If you look at some of the most popular games in certain franchises out there, like Ocarina of Time from Zelda, or Resident Evil 4 in the Resident Evil series, or Final Fantasy VII in the Final Fantasy series, these are games that are propped up as all-time classics that are always being referenced when a new version of the game comes out in the franchise. And the problem with that is, as much as we love those games, they're based so much on a time and place that there's no way that a new game can really live up to the quality of that game that we've set. It makes me think of Halo right now with Halo Infinite. You know, we're coming off the flight, everyone's so excited about what they've played, they really enjoyed it, and we're asking ourselves, can it be the best Halo? Can it be better than Halo 3? Can it be better than Halo 1? And there's these comparisons we make to a time in our lives that was completely different. And the thing is, there's really no way for a game like Halo Infinite to live up to that level of hype. So we need to set our expectations to a certain place that makes sense. Could Halo Infinite objectively be a better game than any Halo that had came before? Absolutely. It's absolutely possible. Even after playing the flighting, I can see that as something that's completely possible. But the thing is, if we're someone who's played Halo for many, many years, maybe your favorite Halo is the first, it's the third, it's Reach, it's 4, a lot of it depends on what age you were when you discovered the franchise. You have these strong feelings of nostalgia that are associated with it, and that's going to affect so much of your view of whether or not Halo Infinite is a better game than Halos prior. I think for me, I can speak to it by saying my favorite Halo games of all time is Halo 1 and 2, because those were the games I played when I was impressionable. Those are the games that I got into the series with, and I hold them in such a high regard that no matter what Halo Infinite did, I just could not like Halo Infinite more than those games. And it's nothing to do with the quality of Halo Infinite. It's nothing to do with that game could have done more or it just didn't reach as far. It's that those first two Halos hold a place in my heart that's so special that's just never going to be eclipsed because of the nostalgia and the memories associated. So when I remove that scope of nostalgia and I look at Halo Infinite as a game on its own, what do we have here? We have a game that goes back to this traditional art style that we all love. We have a fantastic soundtrack that is just flooring everyone who listens to it. The gameplay's tight, and it's just a really, really good experience. The things we've seen from the story, in trailers, and behind-the-scenes stuff like the Shadows of Reach novel, much of it is painting a picture of a story that's very exciting, very interesting, very entertaining. And you take that with the semi-open world concept that we've seen teased for this game, and it really looks like this could be a fantastic experience. It could be an easy Game of the Year contender, though I can admit there's probably not much competition this year. But everything is in place here for this game to be the best Halo ever made. It might not be your favorite Halo ever made, and that's okay. It doesn't need to live up to the bar of our personal emotions, our personal nostalgia. So I just think going off of what we've seen of this game, what we've seen in the Inside Infinite updates, the passion behind the team, the music, just everything that goes into this game is painting our idea of what a perfect Halo is. And I think that we should leave it to its own merits for how good of a Halo it is. It could be the best Halo. We could walk away from it and say, this was a great game. They've really knocked it out of the park. Halo's never been this good before, but I still have this personal attachment to these others, so it's not my favorite. I think that's going to be the case for a lot of us. I think many people are going to be caught up on the hype of the game when it comes out, and they're going to say it's their favorite, but as time goes on, you might realize, my favorite's still Halo 3, my favorite's still Halo Reach, Halo 4, and that's okay. The game is going to be someone's Halo 4. The game is going to be someone's Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3. It's going to be memories and nostalgia for someone else that when a game comes out in the future, they're going to look back and say, hey, nothing was as good as Halo Infinite. And that's so cool that we all have that place in time where one game becomes kind of our staple, our entry point. And I just think it's really exciting, and I love the nostalgia that we all have for the franchise. I think it's clear that Halo Infinite is building on that nostalgia by including so much of the games that came before, and ultimately Halo Infinite just seems like a great game that's going to be really exciting for all fans of all Halos, and I'm looking forward to it. Guys, tell me what you think. Do you think nostalgia plays a big part in what makes you judge how much you love a game and a franchise? Does playing one prior that you loved affect the new one coming out? Or am I just speaking crazy and maybe you don't have nostalgia? Maybe it's just you want the new thing, and you can really feel like this game's going to be the best one. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for viewing this video, guys. I really appreciate it. And as always, keep it sacred. Peace, guys.